Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? Nice cool morning, Wednesday. Thought I'd take this opportunity after I had a day off of work, catch up on some of my garden stuff. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of planting. I think I'm gonna plant my garlic right now. I'm also gonna see if I could kind of pull up my sweet potatoes and just see how it looks. I didn't really do too much with my sweet potatoes this year. It was my first time ever growing sweet potatoes. I've always struggled to grow sweet potatoes. Could never get the slips to grow in the early times to plant them. But I managed to grow a couple this year, and I think I got like 7 or 8 of them. And I just kind of threw them in my potato area, and it's starting to take over. I don't know if you guys can see all that right there. All that growth, right? All right there. That's all sweet potato, and it's just starting to take over. It's getting a little out of control. So I'm just gonna come in, see what they produced, and kind of get it all cleaned up. I've been quite neglectful about my garden, as you could tell. My kids have turned part of my garden into their little building experiment. I don't know what they're doing, and leaving all my tools everywhere. It's a mess. So I need to come in here and kind of get everything organized and get my garden back in control. So that's what it's gonna be. So I'm gonna be harvesting sweet potatoes and planting my garlic in this patch, my Walmart garlic that I harvested early this year. So I gotta clean up the aisles, move all this dirt that my kids have thrown over to the side. It's just a lot of maintenance. So let's get to it. So this will be my first time harvesting sweet potato. So it looks like they were developing some sweet potatoes. I don't know if we're gonna have any. These are just the vines that grew and that started rooting. So they were starting to develop some sweet potato. I'm not too sure exactly what I'm gonna do. Maybe I could just keep them in there for a little bit longer. Alright, so I'm really kind of seeing some sweet potatoes are growing. Yeah, I don't know, I'm going back and forth about sweet potatoes. There are actually some things that are starting to look like there's some good sized sweet potatoes. I mean, could be if I leave them in there. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let it go until like the frost comes in and shows sign of frostbite. So I don't know, maybe it's I mean, that's almost edible. I'll feed that to my chickens and stuff like that. But Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it go and see what I get out of the it. I mean, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting more like things like this, and that's just, you know, I can feed that to my animals. But if they're starting to look like that, it's almost there. So we'll see. So I'll get rid of all this crap. I'll just weed. Throw these to my chickens and pigs. Go in there and just kind of prune everything away from the aisles. Hopefully it doesn't affect the growth. I don't know. There's a surprise find in my garden. If you're wondering why I got all these sticks, I'll link a video to why there's there. Oh, left shoulder. Normally I would let this plant grow, but because of where it's growing, I'm gonna see if I can uproot it and plant it somewhere else to grow. Very beneficial plant to have in your, we'll call it a weed, but most weeds are good for a lot of things. This is mullein. You could tell it's mullein by its very velvety leaves. I don't know too much about it, but all I know is when you could harvest the leaves, scrub all the fuzz off of it, and you make tea out of the leaves. And it's very beneficial for if you have, like, you know, mucus or having lung trouble. It relieves all the mucus out of your lungs. So if you got cough, find you some of this and make tea out of it. But you gotta filter it very, very well, like natural Mucinex. That's what I've read. So I'm gonna plant it somewhere and hopefully it thrives. So just another beneficial weed to have in your arsenal, I guess. Alright, so that's kind of encouraging to see that many sweet potatoes. I know they're not monsters. And that's like my biggest one right there. It's still edible. Yeah, so my peppers are still producing. I need to come in and actually harvest some. My tomatoes are still jamming. I know they look like hell, and they looked like they haven't been taken care of, but like I said, they're still producing, and I still got tons of tomatoes. I made this trellis earlier this season. Worked out fantastically. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm gonna use it. And my cherry 100s. I know they're all hunched over right now, but a little over 9 feet tall, that piece of wood, and this tomato plant had stretched a couple feet past it, and finally just fell over due to all the weight. But yeah, it was very productive. I saved a lot of tomatoes this year. I didn't can a lot of it, but I just freeze them. It's just a simpler method. So I just got a little harvest right there. There's some tomatoes and peppers, spicy peppers. It's lunchtime, so my kids, Eli's out here telling me it's time to make lunch. So I'll be back out this afternoon to finish up and plant my garlic. All right, I'll see you in a second. So I'm gonna plant my garlic in this aisle. This was my onion patch. These onions right here are the Egyptian walking onions that Papa Pepper sent me from his homestead. Hopefully they make it through the winter, and when they do, they'll sprout out more onions on top, and I will forever have onions. But I'm gonna plant my store-bought garlic that I planted last year, and I harvested. I made that video, so I got them right here. Bought garlic from Walmart, just everyday garlic. So yeah, now I'm just gonna put them back in the ground. Hopefully I get even more. This was my entire harvest of garlic that I bought from the store. Like I said, I planted I don't know how many, and then now I got even more, so I'm gonna get them in the ground. I've got these two hardneck varieties, which I'm really, oh, that one kind of rotted away, but I'm gonna make sure I plant these because the hardneck is what I'm after. The rest are soft neck varieties. Oh, that one might be a hardneck. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get them planted. I think I'm gonna save the hardnecks and just plant them back to where they originally were. So I'm gonna put those aside right there and get this started. But before I do that, I'm gonna kind of mix the soil up, get it all loose. Alright, you don't need to watch me peel garlic. Alright, I'm just going to start with that pile and see how far it goes. Plant, remember, flat side down, pointy side up. Leave the paper stuff on it, I guess. Oh, there we go. Garlic season 2021. Yeah, my battery's about to die. Well, it's the afternoon. It's almost 7 o'clock. It rained for a while, so it's kind of nice. I finished planting all the garlic, so that nice rain will be perfect. That's actually perfect time. Getting a little foggy actually, but yeah, I think I accomplished pretty good amount today. The garden looks nice and clean now. It doesn't look so neglected. I had all my garlic fit into that thing perfectly. It's all the peels of the garlic, and yeah, fit in there. It took pretty much every space, got some garlic in it. So in a couple weeks we'll see some garlic's coming up. Well, that's gonna be it for today. I just came out here to do my wrap-up video. The wrap-up, outro, I guess that's what you call it. Alright, my name is Sang. This is Growing Little Country Homestead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.